Yes, mates. How's it going? My name's Lee. Welcome back to the channel for another FPL video. Today we're going to be going for my Game Week 5 team selection. If that's the kind of thing you're into, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment down below. Let's rock and roll. Alright, mates, first up, we've got the goalkeeper and the defence. So, I'm kind of sticking with the same. Sanchez in goal against Fulham. I think that's going to be a tough game again. Fulham are a good side. Mitrovic is a good striker. He gets away 4 or 5 shots a game. I think I expect something similar. I'm not sure if Brighton are going to keep a clean sheet. That's one of those. I'm willing to take the risks of that. He's a good keeper. He's in really good form. I'm semi-confident of a clean sheet-ish, but if Fulham do score, maybe we'll get some bonus points and save points along the way. Onto the defence, Trent. I seen a lot of people sell him last week. I warned you in the last one. Don't sell him, mate. Like Liverpool are this kind of team when they can just bang every now and again. But Newcastle are a better side than Bournemouth, and I expect a better performance from the opposition. Newcastle, yeah, like I said, they're a good side. But I think St. Maximin will cause Trent problems. I can see Newcastle scoring a goal. I can see them getting something from the game. But that's 1-1. Or a narrow loss, a 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, something like that. But Trent's just so good going forward that his almost defensive frailties are overlooked. His set pieces, his assists, his goals. Yeah, he scored a really good goal against Bournemouth actually as well. And he's a mainstay for me. I'm not even thinking of selling him. On to Ruben Diaz. I should have gone Cancelo, and I've said this all along. Luckily, Cancelo hasn't really done much, and he's kind of gone in that defensive mid role. So he's not kind of getting his assists and his goals like he was last season. I'll stick with Diaz. They're playing against Forest. I think he's almost guaranteed to start with the Ake potential injury. Really good fixture against Forest at home. They look lively, Forest, and they might cause them the odd problem here and there, but I expect City to dominate the game. I expect them to keep a clean sheet, maybe 3 or 4, 5-0, something like that. I think it'll be a pretty solid, easy game for them. Onto the Chelsea boys, James and Cucurella. Didn't keep a clean sheet, which was disappointing. But Leicester always score and they always concede, and that's just what they always do. Southampton, another good game for them. Southampton haven't looked great. I expect them to keep a clean sheet again. I expect my defence to do well this game week. Even my bench option, which I'll talk about in a minute. It's looking like James is going to go right wing back, which is really good. Cucurella might drop into left centre back. Chilwell might get a start. But there's talk of them signing Fofana as well. And if they do sign Fofana, then I think that is mainstay James out wide. He's probably the second best defender on the game, I think. I think he's better than Cancelo this season because Cancelo's playing that defensive mid role. And Trent's just so good that you need Trent. But like value for money, James is 1.5 million cheaper. I think he's an absolute bargain. And then Cucurella as well. He's on some set pieces. He's playing okay. I know they had the bad result against Leeds, but I expect them to be better against Southampton. And I'm quite happy with my team or like my defence in general so far. And I don't think I need to make many changes there. What do you reckon? Leave a comment down below. Alright, onto the midfield. Salah, Martinelli, and Rodrigo. I should have kept Sterling, and it's one of those things. He was poor for the first 3 games, playing Leicester. And I thought he'd do okay. I just thought Rodrigo would put up a better performance than he did, but he didn't. And that's just one of them where Sterling does his best performance of the season, scores 2 goals, even though they're down to 10 men, and Rodrigo does nothing. Yeah, pretty gutting, mate. Like, considering I took a -4 to do that as well. Really frustrating to do that. I think Rodrigo will have a decent game against Everton. I'm not sure if he'll score. I think that's one of my worst transfers so far, and it was a bit of like heat at the moment when I've seen his transfer, like his value going up, and I've kind of rushed into that one, whereas I should have thought about it, kept the transfer, kept Sterling, and thought about it for another week because like Leicester aren't a good side. But I think Rodrigo will do okay in the next 2 or 3, 4 game weeks. Everton don't look great. Hopefully Rodrigo's going to play number 9 again, and it could be him some goals. Yeah, one of them, innit? Like one of them. Onto Martinelli. He didn't look great in the last game. His corner, like his set pieces were poor. Everything was going down the right hand side, which if you watch one of my other videos about transfer targets with Saka, everything seemed to go down the left for the first few games, and then Saka did he get the assist? And everything seemed to go down Saka's side that time. I think Martinelli will keep his place for now, but it's one to keep your eye on. I think Smith Rowe will get some minutes eventually, and they've got the other lad Fabio Vieira, who I think will get minutes as well. I think they've got Man United after this as well, after Villa. I think Villa's a good game. Gerrard's in some serious problems. And I think Arsenal will breeze past Villa, no problem at all. Martinelli always seems to be in and around the goals, and I expect that to continue. I think it's a good pick, really good price. Not really much to say more than that. Onto the big dog, Mo Salah. Biggest letdown of the game week for me. Cannot believe they won 9-0 and Salah did nothing. Like, if you would have told me that the score was going to be 9-0 Liverpool against Bournemouth, I would have triple captained Salah. Because like you expect 3, 4, 5 returns in that game. Like, everything goes through Salah. If someone would have told me 9-0 before the game, I'm expecting a penalty in there. I'm expecting at least a Salah hat-trick and maybe an assist. I'm expecting massive points from Salah, and he gets nothing. I just don't get it at all. Like, I don't know if he's playing too far wide. When we played them and we beat them 2-1, Salah was so far wide, and his goal was such a lucky goal as well when like coming on the inside with a header. It causes so many problems when he tucks inside, and for some reason like he's just not doing it. Whether that's a balance thing with Diaz playing out wide and they don't have the runs from Mane, so Salah needs to stay a bit wider. I don't really know, but like, whatever he's doing, like, it's not working for him. And I did briefly consider selling him, but like I did with Sterling last week, am I being a bit reactionary? And do I keep Salah because he is the best player on the game? Like, he is the most reliable, and is it his chance to fight back against the people selling him this week against Newcastle? I'm not so sure. Newcastle have a good side, but I am going to keep him. I'm not going to sell him. He's a potential captain option, sir. Captain option, sir. You know what I'm trying to say. Is a captain option. There we go. But yeah, you can't really escape some of the other options as well. Yeah, moving on to the strikers. Same again from last week. Haaland, he's my main captaincy option, and the only reason why I'm not thinking about him as much, or like whether there is some doubt, is his minutes. And I think his minutes will get managed. Is like he's either going to play 70, 75 or 30, and it depends if I think he's explosive enough in those 30 minutes that he can get in return, and I'm leaning towards yes. Even if I think he's on the bench and he comes on for 30 minutes, I still think he's going to do something. So at the minute, I'm probably 75% sure on Haaland to be my captain. I think he's the best option. If I was to pick any player, I'd pick De Bruyne. I think his minutes are better. I think he's looking really good at the minute. He's got a really nice fixture in Forest, and I think he will get returns in that game. Like I said, I expect City to win 3-4-5-0, and everything revolves around De Bruyne. I think I'm expecting a goal and assist from De Bruyne basically. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about with Salah. Do I downgrade Salah to De Bruyne, get the goal and assist, and then maybe go back to Salah afterwards? I just don't think it's worth the transfer, and that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Onto Jesus, really nice fixture. Everybody owns him. Not going to talk about him. He's playing really well. Boom. Onto the next one. Ivan Toney. Another letdown from last week. They're playing Everton last week, and it was 1-1. One of those things. On another day, he scores, and he's got another nice fixture coming up in Palace. Like, Palace are playing quite well, but Brentford are playing well as well, and I expect them to kind of give them some problems. Tony's always a handful, and I need some returns pretty bad at the minute. So my combined scores from Rodrigo and Tony last week was 4. I took a -4 to get that, and Sterling got 12, so I'm effectively 12 points down from that move. That's the frustrating thing on my on my behalf. So this week I'm trying to not be as reactionary. Don't listen to what everyone else is saying. Do my own thing. Trust in the process. Trust in the stats. Salah will come good. Don't sell him. Right, onto the bench. Pretty standard nowadays. Ward, Andreas, Johnny and De Silva. I am tempted to play Johnny, but I don't know who for. They've got Bournemouth coming up. Bournemouth just looks so poor that he is an option for me, but his price has dropped. I've got a couple of ideas that I am thinking of doing with Johnny. I might go to Trippier or Fofana. Fofana is 4.4 million at the minute, but that means tripling up on Chelsea, which I don't mind so much. But I need him to have some kind of minutes under his belt before I even consider it. If it gets to the point where Fofana's price does go up, I might make that move early, just so I'm not burning a transfer. I've only got one transfer this week. I would like to go into next week with 2 transfers, and then be able to just jig some things around, because that's when some fixtures start changing, and I can have a little play about with some things. In terms of wildcard, I haven't really thought about it. I had a quick look on FPL team, kind of flicking through the game weeks, and there wasn't really a standout week for me, so I might just play it just whenever my team gets full of injuries, red cards, anything like that. Like, my team's fine with transfers all the way up to the World Cup, really. So I'm tempted just to maybe attack the last 3 fixtures, 14, 15 and 16, and just have a completely random team for those 3 games and just attack them full on, knowing in those 3 game weeks after I've got another wild card essentially with the World Cup. And use those 3 fixtures as almost like a separate free hit. It's an option for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that just yet. I'm just going to play it game week by game week and just have some thoughts in the back of my mind. Alright mates, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. So that's my game week 5 team selection. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a like and leave a comment down below of anything you think I've missed. Tell me what you're doing and we can have a little chat. Have a nice day. Peace and love.